Hello there. So today I'm going to talk about core vaccines in dogs. I'm going to do another talk on non-core vaccines because there's significantly more of those. I'm going extremely not high-tech with a dry erase board to talk about this. So the core vaccines that we have for our basic dogs, and this is starting out as a puppy or an adult, whichever one. I think the one that almost everyone has heard of before is the distemper parvo vaccine. You might have been told it's called a DAP vaccine or a DHPP vaccine. They're all pretty much the same thing. This is the vaccine they're going to be getting the most as a puppy. Typically, we're going to start them at 8 weeks old for this vaccine. The goal is to vaccinate them every 2 to 4 weeks, so you'll hear a lot of clinics say every 3 to 4 weeks. Now, the end goal for this particular vaccine is to have at least 2 vaccines, with the last one being at or after 16 weeks old. So that gives you a little bit of a plan and leeway for puppies that start a little bit older whenever they start getting vaccinated. I will have a talk a little bit later about why this particular vaccine is different than all the others. Now, after your puppy vaccines, you will do a vaccine a year later, and then the goal is to booster every 3 years. This is a viral vaccine, so the immune system does remember it for a little bit longer, so that's why you get that 3-year vaccine. The second is leptospirosis. This was recently added to the core vaccines. This is a bacterial infection and a bacterial vaccine. Typically, we start it at 12 weeks old and booster it in 2 to 4 weeks. After that is an annual vaccine. A lot of times you'll actually see this one added in with this distemper parvo and called a DAP lepto or a DAPL vaccine. Last, and what I think is most important, is the rabies vaccine. This is something that in almost every state is a legal requirement for your cat and dog species. It says here start as required by law, so every state is going to be different, so you'll have to look up your state mandates for that. For instance, the state that I practice in, it's typically 14 weeks is when this vaccine is given. After that point, you get it 1 year later, and if you're on time and the law allows it, you will get it every 3 years. There are still some areas of the country that require you to get this vaccine annually. That is something that you would have to look up with a mandate or ask your specific veterinarian. I will say in these talks, I do practice in the southern United States. So something may be a core vaccine where you live that's not on this list, but this is the typical core vaccines for all of your dog species. My next talk is going to be on the non-core vaccines for dogs.